Hello. Today I'm just like recording a little video, I guess, on like my goals for 2026, or just in general. I've been really busy at the moment. I wanted to get masters on Kovacs. I'm not too far off of that, but at the same time, it feels like I'm really far. Like I hit Jade in like fucking 170 hours from like starting at gold. And I thought Masters would come really soon after that. And maybe it would have, but I hadn't been playing enough, I guess. It's not very good for my motivation, feeling like I'm making zero progress. But yeah, I think very soon I should have a lot of spare time on my hands. When I went from making that really fast progress on Kovacs, I was averaging about 30 hours per 2 weeks on Steam. I was busy with life stuff, and I got down to like 13 per 2 weeks, so I was playing less, but it didn't feel that way, but clearly it was reflected in my gameplay. I hope once I can get back up to those high numbers, like I'll be going on holiday soon, got a lot of annual leave from work, maybe I can get that up. Maybe I can go halfway to Grandmaster. I've got a lot of good scores, particularly in tracking, that I enjoy, that are like 850 or closer to 900 energy, so nearly some GM scores there, which I'm really happy with for the amount of time I've played. That being said though, I feel like playtime is something I need to worry about less. Having really low hours and really high skill. I've always like prided myself off of being someone who can pick stuff up quickly. Like, yeah, I can pick up this game and I can be at least average at any game or above average in like only 20 hours of playtime. And yeah, that would be the case to an extent, because I've just got thousands of hours on FPS games, but I think sometimes that mindset stagnates my improvement, and I just need to keep it real with myself that the best way to improve and the most important way to improve has nothing to do with how fast I learn, but how far I can get from learning. It doesn't matter if I'm like average at a game within like 2 to 5 hours of playing. What's more impressive, I think, is being the absolute greatest at a game, regardless of hours put in, because there's just nothing that different from person to person that would result in any given person just maybe being like predisposed to getting good at a game really fast. It's a bunch of variables stacked on top of each other that you wouldn't really be able to measure for. I've had conversations in the Kovacs Discord about this. If someone had thousands of hours on like attack FPS or like Rust or something, let's say 12,000 hours on Rust, that game has such short gunfights that can require target switching, that can require this or that. But the time between fights is sometimes 20 to 30 minutes. So you don't have 12k hours of FPS gameplay. Probably a couple hundred hours, unless you just sit on PvP servers, but that's not how most people play Rust. And then there's other games like, well, I played a lot of Fortnite creative, so given if I was the type of person that only ever 1v1'd and didn't free build, although we know that's a lie, that would have been like much more effective time spent gunfighting. But yeah, I'm kind of going nowhere with this. I mostly want to drill into the fact that I need to focus less on my speed of improvement and more on the consistency with it. Because if I get it in my head that I need to improve this fast all the time, I know for a fact, despite that mindset, that you get to a high level in anything, your progression slows down exponentially. Things like the gym, 50% of your progress in maybe strength is made in the first few weeks. You might have a 60 kilogram bench on day one, and in 30 days it might be 100 kilograms. But in another 90 days from then, you're not adding another 40 kilograms. You're not going 60 to 100 to 140. It doesn't work that way. Since like a lot of the progress you make is based off fundamentals, and I guess I'm applying that to aim training as well. So yeah, I just had 2 edge bugs. Take a look at that. But yeah, I think I might cut the video here. I'm kind of yapping on and I need to go to bed, but yeah, what I'll leave myself with, because I don't really care if this gets views or not. Just like a thought to myself is I will focus more on the destination than the journey.